Remember those days when you used to just go to the store and you'd get milk? Well, it's not the case anymore. There's hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of milk. Here to tell us all about them, 22 News Registered Dietitian Nancy Dell. It's weird, you know, just a few years ago, there was milk in the milk section. Now there's all of these. It's amazing how it just kind of started like that.
I could have bought more even.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what's the deal? Why is it that people are kind of getting off of the milk that we've grown up with and going to all these different kinds of milks?
Well, people are either vegan, which means they don't want to eat any animal products, or some people are allergic to milk, and then other people just think it's not good for you. And actually, there are many health benefits to having milk.
If people are trying to expand their milk horizons, what should they look for? Because there's some of the properties that are in milk, and we don't want them to fall by the wayside when we're using all these other milk substitutes.
Exactly. So you're looking for protein.
Okay.
8 grams of protein in a cup of milk. This 1% milk happens to have 110 calories. You're looking for calcium, and you're looking for vitamin D. The vitamin D is actually added to milk, so it will be added to the other milks as well. It doesn't naturally occur because our main source of vitamin D is usually the sun. But this time of year, especially right now, we're not getting a lot of sun, so we rely on some milk for that.
Now, let's talk vitamin D. We get that through the sun. Let's talk about calcium. It's important in our body and how we get it in these foods.
Well, calcium, we learned in 3rd grade. Good for your bones, good for your teeth. So it's very important that you get enough, but you don't want to get too much either. Sometimes you'll see a milk with calcium added, and it will say 45% more than what you'll get in regular milk. That's not always a good thing. A cup of milk is about 300 milligrams of calcium, so look for something very similar to milk. 8 grams of protein, 300 milligrams of calcium, and 1 to 200 international units of vitamin D.
Now, Nancy, I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but will drinking dairy in our everyday life, should we also be taking a calcium pill to help supplement that, or do we get enough of it in our diets?
If you get enough in your diet, stop there. You can get too much calcium, and too much calcium is a problem. It can actually increase the calcification of the cholesterol in your arteries and increase your risk of heart disease. So you want to just get enough, not too little, not too much.
Now, Nancy, people are going out to the store. It's overwhelming when you look at all of this milk, because I'm used to just getting my 1% milk with the blue cap. It's all I need. But take us through these milks, the goods and the bads. What's in them?
Okay, so if you want to replace milk, your closest option will be soy milk. A couple things to look for in your soy milk. First, make sure the ingredients say whole soybeans. You do not want soy protein isolate. When we isolate the protein from the bean, it may cause issues. People hear, oh, I'm not supposed to eat soy. It increases my risk of breast cancer or prostate cancer. That's only a problem if it's soy protein isolate. Whole soy foods are fine. So look for one that says whole soybean in the ingredients. Look for one that's non-GMO or organic. Soy is one of our most genetically modified foods. So you don't want that.
No.
You are what you eat. You eat a genetically modified food, you are now genetically modified.
So we don't want that.
And you don't want that. So organic or non-GMO as well.
Okay.
The calcium that's added would also be important. Again, you don't want one that has 45% more than what you get in milk. But the form of the calcium is important for all of these. Look for something that is not calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is very constipating, it's very gas-forming. So people will say sometimes, you know, it's uncomfortable for them.
I was going to say, no one wants that in their milk substitute. So as we go down this list, I see here we have almond milk.
Okay, so almond milk, I actually drink some almond milk. A cup of almond milk really only is equal to 4 almonds. There's not a lot of health benefits there. What I use it for is a low-calorie, 30-calorie beverage, and it's very filling. And I use it to get some of the spices I want in my life every day. You get health benefits from ginger, turmeric, cinnamon. I take a teaspoon of each, dump it in my cup of soy milk, a little bit of stevia leaf, whip that up. I can drink it cold, I can drink it hot at night. It's delicious. It gets me those antioxidants from that. So I use it to kind of carry my spices.
Now let's take this side of the table. So we have here coconut milk.
So coconut milk, again, not a lot of health benefits to the coconut. The main thing you want to watch out here, 5 grams of saturated fat. And that is from coconut. The jury is out on coconut oil still. I mean, you hear a lot about it, but it is a saturated fat which can increase your risk of coronary artery disease. But does coconut milk saturated fat do that? We don't know. We can't say no, we can't say yes.
So we have another nut milk here. This is hazelnut.
Yep, hazelnut, again, any from the hazelnut or other nut milks, no great benefit. But if you get it unsweetened and you like the taste and it's low calorie, you know, as a filler, if you're getting your protein and your calcium from other sources, that's fine. However, the rice milk, there is a little concern about. Rice really sucks up arsenic from the soil.
Okay.
So just a half a cup of rice milk will give you an amount of arsenic that's considered kind of your upper limit.
Huh.
So at this point,
Okay. No.
we're saying limit arsenic, limit rice milk.
I'm going to go ahead and have regular milk. No thanks to rice milk.
Yeah.
Now we have oat and quinoa and grain. Who would have thought all these oats and grains had their own milks now?
Right. So the oat milk, having a cup of that is equal to having about a quarter cup of oatmeal. So you'll get a little heart health benefit. Quinoa, you hear so much about the protein in quinoa. That's only 2 grams of protein. And the 7-grain milk, you know, again, only if you want to be vegan and you want to get something unsweetened and you like the taste of it. Really, this end of the table is a little more nutritious, a little higher in protein. You've got the flax milk. The flax milk is going to give you usually not a lot of protein, but this particular brand adds protein from pea. So you'll get some benefit there with the protein, but you get a little bit of that omega-3 fat in the flax milk. Not as good as eating fish, but a little bit of omega-3 is
So it looks like
good.
before we have some milk, we need to really do our homework. 22 years registered dietitian Nancy Dell, and more information is available on our website, mymassappeal.com.